Hey, Taylor here. I hope all is well for you. I'm back at a different time, so all my lighting has changed. What a challenging opportunity. Anyways, so I've been pouring with the premix, and now I feel kind of like I should use it all up, right? Or at least use it a lot. My light umbrella is hitting me in the head. That's really not working for me. Let's see if I can... And it's not really illuminating quite the way I want it to. Let's see. Okay, well, it's not hitting me in the head anymore, or I'm not hitting it. So I am going to mix some of this neat stuff, do a ribbon pour, and I'm also going to mix it with my old paints, just for fun, and S&Gs, Smirks and Giggles. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Got a fresh cup. This time I haven't gessoed it. I'm just going acrylic on acrylic, and it sticks just fine, and then I'll seal it with resin or something. Probably resin, because everyone likes resin. It's a thing. Okay, so I'm going to start out with my lightest one. Doesn't really matter because it's not going to be the cloud. You know, when you do a dirty flip cup, whatever's on the bottom is the cloud, so to say. Let's put in some... Hey, it looks like the 80s just threw up in this cup, right? And hopefully you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you do, you just giggled like I did and thought, oh my god, Miami Vice, classic, not the new stuff. Okay, me and my silly voices. People mock me. Oh, I don't care. It's all good. I'm not mocking anyone when I make my voices. I'm just being a dork. Okay, drippy drip. This one drips out really nice, so we don't want it to be overwhelming. We do want it to show up. Show up, gosh darn it. Own your stuff and show up. We might get cells with this mix because my old paint... had a Floetrol in it, and gosh knows what else, but mostly Floetrol, and maybe there's not a lot of white left. That's always a fun sound. Hope you're having a beautiful day, because it's a beautiful semi-rainy day here in California. SF Bay Area. Love it here. Freaking ridiculously expensive. So if you're thinking of coming here because someone's going to pay you 50 grand as a salary, guess what? You need like 150 grand. You know, one-bedroom apartment in Emeryville is like freaking $2,600 a month. What the F-bomb, right? Yeah, love California. You pay to live here. Boy, do you pay. That's looking really cool. I mean, maybe I'll just take the cup. Oh, seems like we're at a wonky angle, doesn't it? Might have to scoochy things over a little bit. Yay, pretty cup. Hopefully the focusing is staying focused. Okay, so that is about just under 2 tablespoons, which is equivalent to just under 8 drams, which is just under an ounce. This is probably twice the size of the rounds I was doing, so maybe I need more paint. Not entirely sure. Let's add some dramatic... Well, we've got a lot of blue in there. And guess what? I will... be stirring this, and you're thinking, oh my god, don't stir it, it'll be catastrophic mud. Meh, probably not. It will probably be okay. I think I'll put a bit more in. I'm going crazy here, man. Going crazy, mixing it up. Okay, we have a lot of paint. We have some area to cover. Now we're up to 10 drams, aka 1 1/4 ounces. So yeah. Whoops, mixy mix. Got a mixy mix, man. So I just take the stick, drag it through this way, drag it through that way, drag it through this way, drag it through that way. We want a lot of visual interest. Interesting stick means interesting painting. You will find that out. Okay, we are at 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So, puddle pour, tree ring pour, whatever. It's a pour is a pour is a pour. And we will get a lot of visual interest, and we will continue the visual interest. It looks a bit busy and crooked. I am not pouring smoothly today. Look at that pretty little ocean effect. Kind of bring it in, and see that middle? Whoops, I just mucked it up. So maybe we can get some visual interest out of what? Ah, damn, hate that. Oh no, the drips are taking over. Because you know that totally mutates everything, huh? The drips will, in fact, take over. Ah, fail. Well, you know, a lot of people don't see that as a fail. I'm not happy with that. So we're going to rotate it around. Rotate it around. And everything that's small becomes large. And a lot of elements at the edges will disappear. And we're getting a lot of drippage, so maybe I didn't have enough paint. As I said, once you get those little random drips forming, that's when things have... I guess it's a lot of weights, pigment weights, or whatever. So now I'll get quiet as I'm trying to focus and, like, get to the edges. Yeah, see those drips? They got really big. In the middle, lost its interest because I went back in when I should not have. Everybody has those moments. Oh, well, maybe I'll just go back in and it'll fix... No, you just mucked that all up. Why do I let you see my failures? Because, like, why not? For the most part, every painting I do has a video, so I'm not doing a bunch of painting. I don't have the luxury... You know, but okay, so now this is going to be stuff that I don't really like. So we're going to probably hope that we can scoot some of it back off the edge later. But I want it to be able to flow. And we're starting to lose a little bit of flow. Ah, see how it locked up right there? So I'm going to flow that off a bit. And then we're going to try to flow it back over here. And that's the good thing about putting down a base coat or gesso or whatever that's wet, because then it kind of encourages movement. Yeah, I'm not happy with this one. I mean, I like the colors, but as you know, as you saw, and I was making errors, I'm like, oh, not a happy camper. And there's some really interesting stuff that I'm losing. And I kind of don't like lines going up and down the edges like that. Because it looks like, oh, hey, you had to go back and forth. I guess if you do the Cheetle method, you just like put 2 cups on, you're going to get, you know, it's not going to have that line on the corners or on the edges. So when you see that, you now know why it's that way. And that's actually not catastrophic. Yeah. So it's okay, it's interesting, at least it's visually interesting. I can give it that. I just don't like those lines off the edges. It's just too obvious, man. So maybe we can shuffle some of that off and recoup some of that. We've lost the center definition of the eye, I think. How could I remedy that? That's kind of interesting. I could put a dot of paint in the middle to make it look like sort of eye-ish. I don't know that I feel great about doing that, but that would be completely acceptable, right? Don't you think? Don't you think, though? Let's see, or I could do something... Everything can be scraped off, painted over, etc. An intentional muddy spot. Well, it's interesting. Okay, so there you go. I've not seen cells. I've got bubbles. So, of course, I'm going to use my embossing gun to hopefully get rid of a lot of those without blistering the paint. At least it's not a porous surface, so there's nothing further hidden underneath the paint, hopefully. We've got nice thin paint. Hopefully when we pop the bubbles, it won't be leaving pinholes or stuff we're not expecting. Oh, that looks like a little bit of sellage going on there. So we'll see. We'll see if it changes. It probably won't dry as fast as just the pre-mix pouring paint, the color pour stuff, because my stuff takes a lot longer to dry. So there you go. It kind of came out cool and interesting, I think. Yeah, it looks cool and interesting. Did I get all the bubbles? Yeah, pretty well. Pretty well. There are always strays, it seems like. If you can get them early, they can kind of be rectified. This one's kind of actually turning out to be something I like. Yeah, I actually kind of like that one. It's not so bad. I just didn't like its lack of obedience. I feel like I want to clutter that in because these are so cluttered. To kind of give it more of that flow. Let's see if there's enough movement to kind of fill... Ah, the wrong kind of movement. Gosh darn it. Dag nabbit. Not the movement I was looking for, dude. If I can just roll that off. Or pull it off. Oh, that's awkward. No, I did not mean anything inappropriate when I said that. Okay, let's see. Just super busy. Super duper busy. And does it draw your eye? I'm not sure. I can't figure it out. I'll know tomorrow when it's dry. So, hey, go play. Again, as I mentioned before, don't let anything stop you from creating, even if you just do it on a tiny scale. I think creating soothes our soul, and whether you're gardening or producing a 100-page specifications document for a construction capital project, it all requires creativity, or just dealing with people in a retail environment. Oh my God, talk about being creative to not kill them, right? So anyways, go have a good day. Give someone a smile. Find some joy. Joy is everywhere if you look for it, because whatever you look for, you will find. So go look for some joy today. Ciao.